The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
What's going on, everybody? Party people. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the 5-minute warning. Once again, it is me, Ruben Brown, sitting here trying to pilot this ship. And today, of course, my man, my mellow Mo B. What's up?
What's going on, man?
Is that just a Nike Air hat?
Yeah,
I feel like each episode you got like a different hat.
I don't, man. You say that all the time, but I don't.
I've never seen that hat on the show.
Maybe I haven't worn it on the show, but it's not every week a different hat.
Okay. Throw some little background music on. We'll try something out today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, new 5-minute warning. I mean, the craziness, man. The craziness. The Bengals going to the Super Bowl, dog.
Yeah, that's weird, but you know.
That's weird.
Yeah, but I guess somebody from new needs to go from the AFC. I mean, Kansas City's only been there 2 years in a row.
Yeah, but this is their fourth straight home playoff game, conference playoff game, which is interesting.
Nobody can get a team to a conference final like Andy Reid.
Well, you know, this ties the four from Buffalo Bills back in the late 80s, early 90s.
I mean,
So-
not only that, like with the Eagles, he went to the NFC Championship game 3 years in a row with the Eagles.
I mean,
Andy Reid can get you close just to blow it.
but he's got one, so he's got more than most.
That's all he needs.
Yeah, he's got more than most. And then, San Francisco trying to make Garoppolo look like he an all-star. I ain't got nothing. But yeah, AG ain't with us today. He's good. He's just dealing with some stuff. So, the hope is we'll see him next week. But just because AG here, that don't mean the party don't stop. We're going to still keep this party going. In this week, I would probably say this is probably the beginning of a 3-part series about Valentine's Day. Now, you laugh, but there are a lot of people.
I'm just saying that's what we calling this. We're gonna call it a 3-part series about Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Now the whole episode ain't about Valentine's Day, but there are parts of the episode that's gonna be about Valentine's Day for the next 3 weeks. Because Valentine's Day is a very important day for a whole lot of people who work at Hallmark. Because they created this day. Because, from what I understand, telling your significant other that you love her a lot just ain't enough no more. So you got to show that love with, gifts and all that beautiful stuff. Now, with that being said, I'm the only person on this screen who doesn't have a significant other. So that just means I'm saving some money. Well, I probably won't. I'll probably holler at mom. I'll probably send her some flowers because, moms love that. So that's what you do. Because regardless of the point, she you kind of hung out there for at least 8 to 9 months. Least you can do is send her some flowers on Valentine's Day. Or you can just talk to her and be like, I love you every time you talk to her. But hey, who am I to judge? But everybody else who's got significant others and wives and all that stuff, look, we going to help you out a little bit. Maybe not this week.
Okay.
Maybe next week. but not this week. We help you out this week. If anything, this week is almost about just trying to make sure that you giving Valentine's Day to the right one. But we'll talk a little bit more about that later. So, once again, the question of the day. We're going to start this off strong. And I would file this under things that you shouldn't do. But Moby, question of the day. And I feel like this refers to you quite deeply because it really doesn't refer to me. But I'll answer
I
the
feel
question.
like this the reason AG ain't want to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? I feel like AG just dropped the question and was like, you know what? I ain't about to answer that question.
You're not getting me caught up. So, question of the day. It's very simple. Your mom and your wife are in a heated argument. So,
Or girlfriend. For all
or
those who are.
girlfriend, or significant other, or whatever.
Although it does drastically change between girlfriend and wife, but
It does, but you know, and your mom slaps your wife. What do you do? Let me read that one more time. Your mom and your significant other, connected significant other, how about that, are in a heated argument, and your mom slaps her or him. What do you do? K-Yak was like, wow. Moby, let's go ahead. What would you do, Moby? Give him the real answer.
okay.
On what should be done.
The real answer is you a sucker because you should have never let them two be in a heated argument. Like as soon as the argument starts to get heated, you got to be in between separating that right away. I'm just saying you a sucker if you let it get to physical confrontation. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, man, like if something like that happens, man, mama gotta leave, man. Like mama gotta go. And I love my mom to death, but ain't no damn reason in hell her grown ass should be slapping another grown ass significant person in my life. And I mean, now granted, are there some things that could have transpired that I might be like, yeah, you earned that slap? Yeah, but that don't mean that slap should have came. Like, I need her to be more responsible and vice versa, because Lord knows if the wife slapped the mom, like, yeah, she got to go too. Like, they're just boundaries, man. Like, that's like every man's worst nightmare, to be pitted between their mom and their wife. But yeah, as soon as one puts hands on the other, like she's kind of eliminated herself from the equation, because there's just a level of respect that has to be shown, whether it's actually being shown from, you know, your significant other or not. You can't put hands on people.
I agree with that. You know, wow.
But yeah, you's a sucker if you let it transpire like that.
I mean, but I guess the question is, if you there, you right. But if you not there, and you just hear the story later, then once again, hey.
Ooh, I need to hear the story from a reliable source, because I need to know everything that transpired and how it happened. I need a very detail-oriented person to be there to tell me the story.
I mean, unless you got cameras all up in your crib, you know, it's gonna be her word against their word, and it's just like, well,
that's why I said I need a reliable source, not one of them two. I don't need one of them two to tell me the story, because I bet both of them are gonna lie. Not bet. I know both of them are gonna lie.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be lying. They're gonna explain it from their position. Now, if I'm not gonna say lies will happen, I will say that possible situations get.
Look, just because there are women involved doesn't mean we can't call it what it is. They lying. It's all right. I know they always say we lying, but look, in that situation, both of them gonna be lying.
All right.
Both of them gonna be trying to play innocent.
Yeah. So I guess
both of them are gonna swear the other one was disrespecting them.
True that. So, and I guess the other thing, like, so for me, like, yeah, that can't be a thing. I don't ever think my mom would ever get herself in a situation that, you know, she would do that. I don't know. But I guess my thought is that, hey, you know, that's messed up, Mom. You can't be putting your hands on the person I'm with, because, you know, this ain't no what ain't no reality TV show. Cause that, it's got to be some respect. Now, I don't ever think my mom would ever put her hands on, a person I'm with, because I just think that she ain't got that in her. Now, with that being said, though, my hope also is that I would not be with someone who would push my mom to the point that she would even think about putting their hands on her. Because, I mean, don't get it twisted. My mom's like 5'1". She used to cut wood back in the day. I ain't messing with that woman. She know how to use an axe. She grew up in the country. Nah, man, I'm pretty sure she got, the Manto's hands of fate going on. And I ain't trying to get none of that. So,
But as I stated previously, if you're there and you let it transpire,
yeah,
to
you
that,
can't let it get that far.
You's a sucker.
Yeah, because if you let it get that far, that means somebody's already out of control. And if somebody's out of control, I don't know who Moco Cowboy is talking to.
I don't either.
He needs to verify that a little bit. So, but yeah, my hope is my mom would never get to a point where she feels that she needs to do that. Now, Moco Cowboy, I will say that I think you need to verify, are you talking about my mom or his mom? Because surprisingly, our last name is Brown. But we know we're not related, surprisingly. But hey, that's what it is, man. Question of the day.
We probably like 30-second cousins somewhere down the line.
I mean, yeah.
You know how that works.
Yeah. He's definitely not talking to AG. I mean, look, man. AG ain't here to defend himself. My hope is he wouldn't be down with that either. But hey, once again, name a thing.
But AG ducked this question though, so it's all right.
Cool. So that was the question of the day. Now we're gonna move on. We're gonna do a little crazy world. And so I did not share this with Moby because I felt like that I need some real reaction to this. And here's the thing, man. Like, this is crazy, but I don't know if it's more ignorant. And I'm trying to figure out who's more ignorant. So that's the awesome part. So, a slow response to the N-word at a school board meeting generates backlash. Slow response to the N-word at a school board meeting generates backlash. So
I just keep thinking about the episode of Boondocks when the teacher said the N-word to Riley. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind.
That's probably the only thing you really ever seen like that.
Can a nigga borrow a fry? I mean, is a nigga gonna give it back?
I mean, what are you gonna do, man? And this happened in Grosse Pointe, Michigan.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm assuming that there weren't that many black people here, and I'm assuming the slow response was because nobody picked it up, or because all these white people freely say the N-word and didn't realize somebody had slipped up.
So I'm gonna say no to both. So of course, she was using an unidentified white woman. That's what they said. Went on a rant in Monday's meeting about her son getting in trouble at the high school for saying the N-word on Snapchat. So first of all, this school has rules about saying the N-word. But
okay, are they not allowed to say N-word or the actual word?
you know what we talking about. Just because you said it, that don't mean I'm gonna say it. But here's the thing: it's like he said it on Snapchat, and this is how she defended her son. All right, she's like, "I have two young white boys, one of which got in trouble for saying the N-word on Snapchat." She defended her son by saying, "quote, his dark chocolate auntie got him into Straight Outta Compton," unquote.
his dark chocolate.
Auntie.
Why couldn't she just say black?
Look, man.
Did it have to be a point like? What if she was light skinned? Would have been less influential?
I mean, I guess light skinned people aren't black. I don't know. So
wait a minute. So she basically went to the Dr. Dre defense. Ask Chris. She went to the Dr. Dre defense.
It gets better.
He heard Ice Cube and Dr. Dre saying this, so I mean, he had to say it.
Yeah, well, because his chocolate auntie got him in the Straight Outta Compton. Because, So then she goes, my address was put out there, and they were threatened. Why? Because he said the N-word. Well, he said they put the N-word because they can't just write that up in there. And she says, I'm sorry, this happens to be in every song. The FCC, John Connors, the who's who in charge of all this shit are basically allowing this, unquote. So, yeah, she blaming that, hey, everything he listens to has the N-word in it, so why can't he say it? But it gets better. So one board member appeared to be quite shaken over the woman's racial slur. And she was like,
Pearl clutching. Well, I never.
And she said, quote, I've never heard the N-word used in front of our colleagues here, and that's very upsetting. And I have the floor. We need to talk about politics. We don't disparage people. We don't use slurs of any kind. And blah, blah, blah. So it gets better. It gets better. So residents were outraged that the woman was allowed to continue speaking after she said the N-word. But they reacted to a moment in a private Facebook page. Hey, let's not everybody be mad up front. We got to be mad in the low. And it gets, you think it get better. It gets better. And the school has a policy against vulgar and profane language. And the kid was suspended for 4 to 10 days for using the N-word online. Hold on, bro. So you can get in trouble at school by saying the N-word on Snapchat or TikTok or Twitter. Even if you did it at the comfort of your own home, you can get in trouble for that shit. Isn't that a little bit of over politicking?
I mean,
that's a bit much, man.
I mean, I do think that's kind of overstepping the bounds a bit, unless you use derogatory slang directed towards someone via social media. If you just happen to say it, not directed it towards anyone, I think the school's a little out of bounds on this. But I mean, really, did this? So they created a private Facebook page to talk bad about this white person. Like, I just want to go on record saying sometimes I probably come off as a bit of Caucasian bashing, but this is why, man. Because like, how is it that white people can always find a way to be the victim? So this child is the victim of rap music. So if it's in every song, he ain't got no choice but to say it.
I guess. I guess he doesn't have any type of, thought process of himself. He is a follower 100%.
So she's saying the hip hop community owes her and her son an apology for influencing him so negatively that he had to say the N-word on Snapchat.
Oh no, it gets better. I didn't give you the good part yet. Here's the good part. So after the board member cut her off and politely warned her to watch your language, the woman, who is Caucasian, went on to describe herself as, quote, any inner city person, unquote, who is down with the culture, as she intentionally put her son in a very primarily all black dance class, sales school, you name it. I'm into all those things, unquote.
So wait a minute, hold on, time out before you even say anything. And did this heifer just try to get the N-word passed by saying I'm cool with black people, so it's all
Exactly.
right, I get to say it?
Yep.
I'm cool with black people. I can say nigga.
I'm cool with black people, but I don't like saying that.
I need her to have some verifiable sources that gave her permission, and I also need her to understand that permission slip is only valid around those particular black people that say it's okay with them. You can't just pull that shit out. Like, look, it's like gun registration, man. You can't just cross state lines with your gun registered in another state. It ain't registered here. Your N-word card is registered amongst your two black friends, not the rest of the world.
At least, yeah, she has black friends apparently.
I bet you know how many too. I bet you know how many.
I made sure my kids were in the white dance group, the black dance group. What? I didn't even know it was such a thing. Like
they took hip hop and jazz dance. So
put her son in a very primarily all black dance class.
The racial makeup of that city was 93%. Man, F out of here with this heifer, man. God, can't nobody find a way to be a victim like a white person, man.
And one dude was like, when a white kid who likes Straight Outta Compton repeats the N-word in a rap song, we call that a teachable moment because kids have a lot to learn still. When a mom does it before the Grosse Pointe Board of Education, we call that racist because she has no excuse and should know better.
Like I said, that means she used the N-word freely on a regular basis. Her son didn't hear it from a Dr. Dre album. Her son heard that shit from her. Probably was confused. Mom, you say nigga all the time. How I get suspended for it?
I mean, and that's what she was fighting for, man. She was fighting for because she didn't understand how her kid got suspended. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I don't understand how schools can regulate like what you do on your TikTok or Snapchat.
Now, once again, the only excuse I can make for that is if it's directed towards somebody. Like if her son was up there talking about, you know that nigga Bobby, then yeah, they can regulate that. But I mean, if he just slipping the N-word,
but maybe it's Bobby down the street who don't go to school no more. I'm just saying.
Once again, if it's directed towards another student, I can understand regulating it because then that could be perceived as bullying or throwing racial slurs at a classmate.
Maybe he recorded it on school property.
I don't know, but if he just randomly said the N-word not directed towards anyone, I feel like the school is overstepping their bounds. As much as I think this Karen needs to understand that you don't get to say the N-word just because you got a couple black friends.
Hey man, she's an inner city person, so that gives her the right. All right. I mean, it's a crazy world out there, people. It's as much as we want to turn around and we have a normal day.
The Dr. Dre defense.
It is still a crazy world out here, and
let's have to use the Dr. Dre defense.
Hey man, it could have been worse, I guess. That's funny, Moko. I feel sorry for the kid throwing out the fact that he's in a dance class. I mean, what's he popping and locking? I mean,
I told you about hip hop jazz.
But okay, all right. So it's time, Ob. It's time to have a conversation about that country.
Nah, man, we're gonna do our first segment of Hey Ladies. Nah.
You so wrong.
with or without AG.
You were so wrong.
Nah, so since we ain't gonna have any conscious thought, I figured that I'm gonna steal his segment by doubling down on my segment. Yeah, people, we gotta make sure we protect these borders because U.S. stops at Georgia.
It's funny every time you say
I'm just saying, U.S. stops at Georgia. I mean that. That's not just something I say to get a laugh and giggle. That I mean that in my soul. So I got 2 stories for you. I really have 3, but I'm gonna cut one because one involves death. So I'm going. Well, no, I can't. That's the one I'm gonna start with. I lied. So a Florida man planned to kill a jogger, keep the victim's body in the closet. Deputies say. So a Florida man is under arrest after telling authorities. Let me repeat it. After telling authorities that he planned on kidnapping a jogger that he had been following for 6 weeks, dragging him in a blanket to his house, locking him in his closet, and using him to perform sexual acts on. He told authorities
Is this after he was dead?
No. He actually tried to go through with his plan. The jogger ran by and he strangled him with the belt. The problem was he didn't do any research on his jogger, and the jogger knew some of that hi-ya.
I like to say it's kind of a little racist. Just say it.
I'm just saying the
He knew some
jogger.
karate.
Yeah, the jogger knew some of that mixed martial arts. He was real out there, and apparently, once he realized that he was being choked, he was able to give a little bit of a beat down and get away, and basically hold it off until the authorities arrived. And then this guy admitted that this is what he wanted. Why would you admit all of that? Like, you could have just. And he admitted that he had never had an interaction with this guy before. Apparently, he just saw this jogger for the last 6 weeks and thought, you know what? He'd look real sexy in my closet.
Hold on, let's try this one more time, man. So, the kidnapper is a male,
Mhm.
and the jogger is a male.
Yep.
And he was going to kidnap the jogger and do some dirty things to him from his closet.
Yep. He had a mallet with him and a can of Axe body spray, which he was going to try to use to spray in the victim's eyes to blind him. Once again, man, these are the caliber of people that we need to keep out of our country. Yeah, so you gotta keep that Florida shit in Florida, man.
He didn't go get pepper spray because that's too
man.
expensive.
No.
He went and got some Axe body spray. Yo,
Axe body spray, baby.
He gonna make him smell good while he blind his eyes.
And you follow somebody for 6 weeks that you've never met, you don't know nothing about. And you didn't know that dude had some of that kung fu in him.
I'm weak. I'm so weak right now.
I mean, all right, man. So I'm gonna wrap that one up quick because that's just funny all by itself.
I mean, Moco Cowboys got it right. Everyone's got a plan to choke and kidnap a jogger until they get punched in the mouth.
I guess. Well, on a more serious note,
Oh wow.
a Florida sheriff has halted Facebook comments on their Florida sheriff page. He completely turned off public comments because too many people were reporting crimes on Facebook. That's it. He said, "Hey, man, we got too many people reporting crimes on Facebook and reporting tips on Facebook as opposed to calling 911." So we had to take it down. Then he tried to clean it up later on. Now, his explanation for later on actually does clean it up a little bit. He was like, imagine, he said they really took it down because they were getting so many negative comments. And the negative comments were like, hey, we have a missing girl. And they put a picture up of the girl. and then they'd get a whole bunch of negative comments about that girl's upbringing or how she looked or her appearance. But I'm like, yeah,
for,
you
missing kids or something.
yeah, but I'm like, yeah, you should have led with that. You shouldn't have led with, hey, we took our Facebook comments down because y'all reporting too much crime up here.
Yeah, hold on for a second. So they were putting missing kids up there, and people were talking shit about the missing kid instead of being like, yo, that's a. How about arrest those people?
I mean, I'm with you on that. Like, I just feel like if the sheriff would have led with that, I would have been like, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah.
But when you lead with, yeah, we took down we took down the comments portion of our Facebook page because y'all keep reporting crime up here.
Keep reporting crime.
We ain't got this Facebook page for y'all to report crime.
We don't need to do our jobs. That's hilarious.
And all right, bonus story. Since AG ain't have a second, bonus story. No, and look, we got to keep these Florida people on that side of the border.
Oh God.
So in DeSoto County, a Florida man stops to charge his ankle monitor while committing a crime. Faces grand theft auto charges now.
Hold on, man. Stop for a second. Like, so ankle monitors let people know where you at because it has a GPS.
He was already supposed to be on house arrest.
So he was out of house. He was out the house,
Mm-hmm.
and his ankle monitor clearly was showing him out the house. But more importantly, I assume that. So he recharged the ankle monitor after it died.
So he
does it have a bomb on it or something?
He was in another neighborhood in a vehicle that did not belong to him. And as he was perusing the neighborhood, some of the people who had called the authorities on him also reported that he was coming up to them, asking them, did they have an outlet for him to use to charge his ankle monitor?
So they could find him.
Bruh, I just keep that Florida shit in Florida, man.
First of all, I didn't know ankle monitors could be charged up. I thought
they
had
got
a battery.
yeah, but they got to be charged up. I'm assuming
Really?
the battery ain't. It ain't a battery forever. You think somebody can be on house arrest for 6 months and that battery never?
They just got a USB-C charger in that joint.
I mean, look, I don't know. I don't have one on, but I imagine if I did have one, I wouldn't be in another county while still in a motorized vehicle driving around a neighborhood and asking people, could I use their outlet to charge my ankle monitor?
Wow. At least he got it best. We didn't want to be responsible, but the streams keep calling. That's good. That's good.
Once again, people, I'm not trying to pick on that country of Florida. I'm just saying the U.S. stops at Georgia, and we got to keep our borders safe.
Oh my God, I'm so weak right now.
And that's been the foreign affairs, the extended version since we ain't had no rise and shine. So no consciousness, all hate on Florida.
I mean, the other one wasn't Florida. That was in Michigan. So mine was in Michigan.
I mean, I gave 3.
That's true. Wow. No words on that one. Sleeping to be. What? I didn't realize ankle monitors. Yeah. I mean, it's good that I don't know, I guess. But I just didn't think that you had to sit beside a charger and that joint had to charge up. I mean,
I'm just saying, if you're trying to charge your house arrest monitor up, you probably shouldn't be committing a crime while you're doing it.
I mean, hey man, what are you gonna do?
And if your monitor is dead while you committing a crime,
why do you care?
Wait till you get back home to charge it.
Yeah, because pretty much. Look,
wait till you get back home. Wait till you get back home to charge your house arrest monitor.
You can just be like, I've been here. I didn't realize it died. That wasn't me. That was somebody else. Because then you can use the Shaggy defense. But if your monitor says you somewhere else, the Shaggy defense ain't gonna work. So, man, great day. That's right, man. Keep those dudes in Florida. We'll need them here.
U.S. stops to Georgia.
All right. It's my 5 time. So, once again, I spoke earlier about the Valentine's Day thing. Gentlemen and ladies, this is awesome. Our my 5 this week is very simple. 5 deal breakers. I was going to say for, a woman, let's just change that. 5 deal breakers for your significant other. Or so they won't be your significant other anymore. Let's change that. All right, Mo B. 5 deal breakers. What you got?
I'm sorry, this dude Garoppolo is amazing.
He's amazingly terrible.
Is amazing.
Is he amazingly terrible?
He's amazing. Jimmy G.
I mean,
yeah. So, 5 deal breakers. I don't know if I should really be able to use my deal breakers because, like, I think my deal breakers I actually probably have violated a few times myself.
How about how about your deal breakers like before you got connected?
Nah, I mean, look, I just want you to know that words matter and words are very important to me. And originally you said 5 deal breakers in a woman, and I had geared my thought process around that.
And that's cool. Continue to gear that.
But yeah, so my deal breakers have changed with the evolution of me. Basically as I've got older, there are things that I can no longer tolerate.
Okay.
So even if I was single running these, there's just certain things I can't tolerate. Because at 19, if she looked good enough, I could almost let most anything go. But as you get older, you realize that there's certain things that you just can't deal with. And unintelligent conversation, like if you can't have an actual well thought out conversation in which you can disagree with me and you can enunciate, you can use prepositions correctly, like because basically unintelligent talk is like the equivalent of erectile dysfunction to me. Like it is, because once you start talking and it's stupid talk, yeah, it just there's nothing I can do about it. It's just like nobody's gonna be happy. Like it's just unintelligent conversation. People who are habitually late. Like I don't mean the woman is always 15 minutes late trying to get ready. I'm talking about those people who are always 5 minutes away, even though they ain't left their house. Like that's a deal breaker for me. I can't. It irks my soul if I say, "Hey, I'm gonna be at your house at 7 to pick you up," and I get there at 7 and you ain't even gotten the shower yet. See, 19-year-old me would be like, "Hey, she look good. Just wait."
Just wait.
You know what I'm saying? But if I was single now, 30-plus-year-old me would look at that and be like, "Well, guess I'm going by myself and I'm breaking out." Yeah, people, it's gonna sound weird, but obscene, profane language, like if you can't actually have a conversation without cussing. Because look, at some point in time, I might want you to be around my mom and my grandma, and it's bad enough they have low opinions of me. I don't need them to also have a low opinion of the person I'm bringing. I need them to think that the person I'm bringing might upgrade me, not bring me down. That's. I was gonna say that was kind of it, but. It's not. I'm lying. There's so many things that bother me.
You got 2 more.
Yeah, I know. The one, people who are negative about everything, and we all know those people. Like if every time I talk to you, all we can talk about is all the shit that's bothering you, I'm done. Like we got to be moving forward past all of the stuff that's bothering you. And fifth, it seems like such a basic thing. Like, if you have a negative smell every time I'm around you, like if the body odor meets me before I'm greeted by you on a regular basis, I can't do it. And I don't even mean that to be mean, but it's just like, yo,
Sometimes you gotta wash your ass, man.
like if you come into the room and you stink, like I'm just gonna have a shitty attitude too. Like if you smell shitty, I'm gonna have a shitty attitude. Like this.
Oh no. I mean, it's funny that you say that.
I mean, I feel like that's a basic one. I feel like most people feel that way. And look, I understand. Like, look, if I come to you just when you just leaving the gym, you all smell. Hey, look, I expect it. Hey, but if every time I come around you, it smells like a fish market, or you just left the gym, or both. Right? I mean, I'm just gonna respectfully decline any invitation.
Unfortunately, I've known people like that, which is annoying. You know. And wow, first of all, I like to say completely off topic. Yo, man, that Rams hat that Matthew Stafford has on is dope.
Man, Jimmy G out here making dreams come true. Matt Stafford going to the Super Bowl.
I mean, he only threw an interception falling down trying to throw it to Elijah Mitchell when you should have just taken the sack. But hey, you know.
There's only one person I truly feel bad for. Debo Samuel.
He's still there crying. You feel bad for that guy.
No, and my man Ron Crenshaw, because I know how much he ride for the 49ers, and he's really big, so I don't want to like joke on him too much and have him get upset with me.
Nah, my uncle's like that too. I talked to him today. He's a Niners fan, and you know, he was excited for the day. I know right now he's not excited. I kind of feel bad for him.
And you know what? I'm really excited for the NFL because at least they can sell the LA Super Bowl thing. Because Lord knows if it would have been the Bengals versus the 49ers, it would have been like the lowest rated Super Bowl of all time.
Surprisingly, no. There are a lot of 49er fans though.
No, there are. But even those 49er fans ain't excited about Jimmy G being there.
True that.
And how the NFL gonna sell it? The 49ers overcoming all obstacles, even their quarterback.
So can I also I know AG ain't here, and he just had to give me a rebuttal next week. But yo, man, this dude's been preaching to Jimmy G for the last couple weeks, and he's like, "What's wrong with Jimmy G? What's wrong with Jimmy G?" That's what's wrong with Jimmy G.
It's results-oriented business. So there was nothing wrong with him until he lost. So now that he lost, that's what's wrong with him.
I mean, but you know, the way they lost was Jimmy G. It was Jimmy G fashion. Hey, I'm falling. I see somebody there. Let me just chuck it. And it's like, bruh, like really? Come on, man. You know, take the sack.
Man, look, man, I don't want you to Jimmy G bash. What are your 5, man? Let's go. My 5.
I know. I'm over Jimmy G though. But that's why hopefully Washington won't grab him. Lord knows. That'll be the worst. So, my 5, I agree with you. We gotta have some intelligence going on. I mean, I don't think I'm the most I think I'm pretty smart. I think I'm fairly intelligent. But, you know, there's a level that and I'm not saying you just gotta, yeah, man, you gotta be able to have a conversation. I'm not saying you gotta be college educated, none of that. I need you to have a conversation and, you know, not give me a whole bunch of nothing. I need another deal breaker for me. It would be, but I've never had this. Like, I don't need my way all the time. However, I also don't never need my way. It's got to be some give and take here, man. I can't sit here. You can't. Hey, you know, you want me to do stuff for you, but you never do nothing for me. Nah, that's not how this works. You know, even if what I understand from a lot of my married friends, that's exactly how it works. But
and all the successful ones.
Yeah. Maybe I'll change my mind if I get to that point.
I'm just saying, any long marriage Any marriage over, I'd say, 10, 15 years is basically rooted in the fact that he knows he's never right and he's okay with it.
Okay, that's fair. 3, I don't like an argumentative person. Don't start an argument because you ain't got nothing else better to do. Like we arguing about the bread in the refrigerator. Really? That's what we're doing?
I mean, that's kind of you problem, man.
I mean, but not. That's what I'm saying. Like my thing is like don't like on purpose try to start an argument because you just feel like you gotta be in it and you can't express your feelings. Which leads me to number 4. You need to be able to express yourself positively. You know, don't throw shit. Like, look, man, I'm not that dude to be around someone who likes to throw shit. I need you to be able to have some self control. I can't do it because I'm not out here trying to play dodgeball, man. You know, that's just not a thing.
I mean, it's messed up because like we don't have any defense to that. Like, there's no defense to any woman that throws stuff at you or swings at you. There's no defense. It's ladies, it's weak. If you one of these chicks that get mad and throw stuff or wants to start swinging, it's weak, man, because there's no defense that a man has, and that's not fair. Because Lord knows if he throws something back at you or if he swings
assault
back at you, that dude is the worst person in the world. And it's like, no, we do have these things called fight or flight reaction, and you better be careful because you might mess around and find a fight.
Yeah, that's flight.
Not condoning it, because I have been the recipient of this trapped feeling of not being able to do anything. I've had a woman throw stuff. I've had a woman swing. It's not cool. I have no defense.
Not at all.
I had to stay cool.
I mean,
big.
I'm just gonna be real, man. That's when, if I ever were to get in a situation like that, and for some stupid ass reason I'm in love with her, that's when cameras just start getting put up in the house. Like Cox Cable be having the cameras in the house, bruh. That's gonna be me. And then like crazy starts to happen, I'm gonna look at my phone and see if my cameras look. All right, cool. Just in case we need to go to court. That's what it is.
That's
be mad, be mad because she ain't got good aim. Nah, man, I'm not gonna be mad she ain't got good aim. That means I'm ducking and dodging, man. That means I'm good. I'm nice with it.
I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna be single. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not dealing with it.
Nah, yeah, I'm not a fan.
The one time I've ever been in that situation, I just used my size, wrapped her in a loving hug, and walked her outside of my place of residence, gently placed her down, and shut the door. And then I called the police. Yeah, I need to call the police sometimes too.
Oh, I'm a fan of calling police.
I'm not, because it doesn't always end well, even if you're the person that calls. But I mean, in that situation,
yeah,
I felt like I had to, just to get ahead of the game.
I mean, yeah, it's sad. We got to protect ourselves differently because, the world believes something else. So
I mean, the world believes something else because there's a lot of people in this world that have given them reason to believe that. So yeah. I understand.
Ain't got to be me though. Just saying. And number 5, I would probably say, like, a deal breaker for me is, I mean, I know this about sound real crazy. I need like emotion. And I know that sounds weird, but it's like, yo, when I want to do special things for you, that's cool, But I need to know that you're not a robot. I'm not saying you always got to be all up on me. I'm just saying, express yourself. I mean, NWA came out with a song, Express Yourself. Express yourself. I mean, in a much positive way. But I need that to happen, man, because I don't think I could deal with a robot. I couldn't roll with that because I am unfortunately an emotional person. So it's like I don't need stone face. So if my emotions come out, it just hits a brick wall and just falls round on the ground. Call me what you want, but damn, reciprocation is a must of some sort. So, because if it's a wrong reciprocation, I know I need to be out. So yeah, man, that's mine. That's my 5, man. And I mean, it's simple as it can be. Shout out to the Rams and the Bengals. Nobody ever picked that for the Super Bowl. Nobody. What's on your mind, Moby?
Dumbass parents, and let me specify. Look, man, I understand as a parent, you have a really high opinion of your child, and you feel like your child can accomplish anything that they set their mind to. You wrong. They can't. I mean, I'm just saying, like, and the reason I say this, I am a reluctant basketball coach of kids. And when I say reluctant, I absolutely love coaching kids. I love coaching kids. You know why I love coaching kids? Because kids aren't idiots. Their parents are. So I'm at a youth basketball game, and our kids, my team, the team that I coach, they're fine until their parents get there. And I have to hear their parents, who probably have never achieved any athletic feat, yelling at them and then yelling at the coaches about how we don't know what the hell we talking about. Yo, your kid is 10 or 11. Chances are none of them are going to the league. ESPN is not waiting. And I say that with all the humility. Like, I don't mean that they should quit on their dreams. I'm not saying you should quit on your dreams. I'm saying you should stop acting like your 10-year-old who can't dribble and still can't make a shot to the basket from the free throw line is the next LeBron James. He is not the chosen one. You need to stop putting so much athletic pressure on this kid and maybe start establishing something that this person is more suited for, or just be a fucking parent and fan and cheer your kid on. They don't need you yelling and cussing at them from the stands. It's just, I don't understand why all of a sudden when some sperm leaves your penis as a male and a boy is created, that now you have to become an effing idiot at every athletic event because for some reason your son could be the next great thing if only they had this thing called talent, which unfortunately they probably got genetically from you, and you ain't shit, so they probably won't be shit either. But you could at least give them positive reinforcement so they wouldn't hate, because the kids actually hate hearing their parents up there yelling like that. I had a kid apologize about their uncle. I'm sorry, man. He be acting crazy. And I'm like, you ain't gotta apologize. I know. So yeah, parents, if your kids play sports, support them. Just support them. Don't act like you were an NBA legend in your day. Don't act like your kid is something more than they're not. Like, if you want your kid to get better, like, support them. And if you want to know why your kid doesn't play, it's because he sucks. It's because he or she is not very good, and putting them in the game could be more detrimental to their self-esteem than keeping them out of the game. And that's all I got. Parents, grow the fuck up. Act like you got some damn sense at these sporting events, man.
Wow. All right. You hear that, parents?
And that's why I'm a practice coach. I'm a practice coach. There's a head coach. I run practice, then I get the game day and I act like I ain't got shit to do with them. Just because I don't want to deal with the parents. Like, the truth of the matter is, I just don't like, and it's not all the parents. It's not. I would say about 75% of the parents are supportive and they're happy and they see what we're doing. It's them idiots though. They the loudest, and you're not allowed to hit them. So I don't have nothing to say to them.
Oh man, funny story. I coached soccer in Chesapeake, rec league soccer for one, I guess, term, and like the refs were terrible. So I ended up getting a yellow card because I was on the ref, man. And and these were like 15 to 18-year-old kids, man, who were reffing. And man, I was just like, what is this? They're not calling shit, whatever. So I get a yellow card. So pretty much if I get another one or a red card, I'm suspended for a game. Rec league soccer, I'm suspended.
Yeah, you need to calm down. You almost one of them peoples.
So I just shut up. And my assistant coach didn't just heckle the refs. They didn't give him shit. Because, at that point in time, it's whatever. However, same game, he was about to give the fans on my side a yellow card because they were look, man, you got all these people yelling at you. How about you blow the damn whistle positively? Like, maybe it's not us. Maybe it's you. I just thought that was funny. Yeah, the only yellow card I ever got in life was that.
And no, Moco Cowboy, I don't have a clipboard on the sidelines and a whistle. I don't have a whistle. And all I do on game day is I'm the guy with the scorebook and I keep the score. That's all I do.
Hey, man, and it looks like that Dre from VA needs a coach of a high school team.
I'm good.
Maybe. I mean, why not, man? That might actually be dope.
I mean, I was a middle school coach and like, I ain't got the time. I love the coaching and teaching aspect. I don't like the being the face of a franchise thing, man. I'm not good with parents. I'm just not. And when I was in middle school and high school, I found out I was even worse because I was allowed to be honest. Like when the parent would come to me, why's my son not playing? Because he's not that good. And we've got people who are better. Then why is he on the team? Because I want him to keep practicing with these people because he can get better. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be bad forever, but if we've got 8 players better than him, he's not going to get in the game much. That's just how it is.
Well, that's the thing. Like in soccer, it was a requirement that every kid play at least 2 quarters.
Well, and I'm rec basketball right now. It's the city, the schools, the elementary schools have teams, but they got rules. Everybody's got to play, and every kid in basketball has to at least sit a quarter. So you can't just have your best people out there. We adhere to those rules, and we keep it moving. But we ain't got a lot of terrible parents, but we got a few, and some of those few, I'm just they're not talking to me. They're talking to our head coach, but they're yelling, and I hear him saying, "Oh, he don't know what he's doing. He don't know nothing about basketball." And I'm just sitting there with all the humility. With all the humility I can muster, I just feel like I forgot more about basketball than most of those people know. And I don't mean that like I've been around basketball. Look, I ain't that good at playing it, but I know it. I can coach it. I can tell you. Well, when I say I'm not that good, I won't know pro. I'm not one of those people that think I was a knee injury away from the league. I know that ain't true. I mean, I can go to any YMCA and get a run.
All I gotta do is hit a couple threes, man. You play all day.
That's all I got.
Yeah, parents. I mean, you're right. Parents trying to live their dream through the children.
And you know what? I'm not that. When I have my girls out there, I'm not pressed. I didn't even care if they play basketball. They came to me and said they wanted to play basketball, and I don't put pressure on them. I'm like, look, I accomplished a lot of athletic stuff in my day. I feel good about my life, so I don't need them to be champions for me to feel good. Like I did athletic stuff. I'm done. I'm old now. It's over for me. It don't matter how many jumpers Kara Cadence make. They ain't got nothing to do with me. If they both go to the WNBA, ain't got nothing to do with me. My career is over. These knees is done.
You ain't no Varsity Blues, huh?
Nope. It's over with. I'm okay with that.
Awesome. What's on my mind? I've said this numerous times on the show, and if you've listened to the show a long time, you already know. I hate snow with a passion. I did go out today for the first. I didn't go out at all yesterday. I didn't even walk out the damn apartment. So I did go out to Walmart today. Whatever, I had to get a couple things. But I mean,
You had like there was a blizzard on the ground, man. You had like a dusting on your car.
hey, look, man. Here's the thing: it's not the.
What
I
you had to scrape the snow off your windshield, and that ruined your
that's the
ruined
other
your
thing.
day.
I didn't even have to do that. Like it melted. So that's why I went out today. I was like, I don't feel like doing work. And but mostly the reason why I hate snow is because of everybody else. Like I feel very confident in my driving skills, but everybody else out here in the streets, I do not. Not close, not remotely, not any. So yeah, that's why I hate it. But yeah, man, it's just 2 weekends, 2 snow, and everybody went to the supermarket, got their milk sandwiches, man. Look, man, you in your joint for maybe 2 days. There's no point for you to buy up all the chicken and all the meat to put in your freezer to sit there for 2 weeks. I mean, what? Like, I don't get it. I never. It'd be different if we were stuck in our house for 4 days. Like, if we had 10 inches of snow, I get it. But I know I had enough in my refrigerator till at least Tuesday. So I was like, well, I'm good. But everybody else, man, it's just like, we're going to buy up the whole store because we don't know we're going to get back out. Bro, we got 2 inches. You were out the next day. And there's always those who go buy up the store and they out the next day and then they wonder why I ain't got no money. Let's go to the club. For what? You broke. You spent it all getting that milk sandwich. Man, just stop it, people. If you went shopping every week or whatever, or if you know you had enough food in your joint, maybe you wouldn't have to go binge shopping before, some snow falls from the ground. I'm over it. I can't wait till winter's over. I can't wait. I mean, April can't get here quick enough because this snow stuff is done. I'm over. But and that's what's on my mind. Well, I'd like to thank everybody again for tuning in to 5 Minute Warning. The boards were lit up, so thank all y'all.
Hey, ladies coming soon. Hey, ladies coming soon.
Why are you lying to these people like that, man? Stop it. Stop lying to these people.
He said it wasn't dead. So in my eyes, he's saying there's a chance.
Say it wasn't a chance. But yeah, man. I appreciate everybody listening. I appreciate everybody listening to the podcast that comes out, which is literally this in a podcast format. Thursday, usually Thursday or Friday. So it pops up. Go to, wherever you get your podcast, subscribe, like, www.5minutewarning.com. If you want to go check out some old ones, we got 155 of these things. So it's fun in every one, except for the first one. The first one's terrible, and it got cut off. So, hey, once again, I appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. AG, hopefully we'll see you back next week. We ain't talk too bad about you. Once again, for Mo B, this is Ruben B. Yo, I appreciate y'all. Thank you again, and we're gonna do this again next Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of